Well, hello there, it's Stu. Thought we'd talk a little bit more about raking. I've got a bunch of these locks that Jack Fox sent me, and they're brass locks that I'm playing with for my A to Z for Parky. So there's a G. And I thought about tool selection. So how do you pick what to use when you're trying to rake? I can't give you a definitive answer. I can really just tell you kind of how I approach it. I really always start off with a 40 thousandths Z-bar, I guess you can call that, because most of the stuff I'm going to be able to rake, it's going to work with. If for some reason I end up having to go top of the keyway, I can do that too. And if it doesn't fit the keyway, I only have to make one switch. Either it doesn't fit because it's too fat and won't go in there, or it goes in and it's loose and it doesn't grab. So I know I either have to go up or down. I only really have to switch once. And generally approach starting off raking with one of these two profiles. If I had to pick two profiles to carry with me, it'd be 5-peak sinusoid or a 3-peak Bogota. They generally work the best. The thing you're most worried about is, does it fit in there with the turner and the pins and the space between? Some things, some locks, some keyways, you're just going to bend up your thing trying to stick it in there and jam it in there and stuff. So the other side of it is it might have too much room, so I might go in there with that and have a problem actually getting up there and hitting the pins. So between these two, this generally tends to be thin and get into most keyways. And then if I need to have a higher contact, I can get it with that. So if I start off with this, and I'm having trouble getting at the pins, I might get it in there with a little more tension and get the job done with that. Or I might switch up so I don't have to do as much work on the tension or with the tool. It's going to embarrass me. There we go. So this particular lock, it's a little more work with that than it is with that, but I can get it done with both. I also like to have the opportunity to stay with that 4-peak sinusoid, which has a higher reach than that one, but doesn't quite drift up into the height or sharpness of the peaks of these Bogotas. I also like to have a double peak, and for the most part, those are the 4 rake profiles I'm going to use. These are the 2 rake profiles I'm going to generally start with or try to make things open with. And if I feel like they're not working for various reasons, I'll start switching to these. So, just a little look into which tool to use. A couple more Bogota profiles that I like. When you're thinking about raking open a lock. So, it's a little bit of Rake with Stu. Hope you're all having a great day.